Good day, this is Principal Darby, and I thank you for tuning in to Royal Palm's Bedtime Stories. Today I'm going to read a story entitled The Rough Patch. That's the title, and the author is Brian Lies. Brian Lies. Remember, can the author and the illustrator be the same person? Yes, they can. All right, let's read about The Rough Patch. I'm going to read this first and give you an idea of what the story's about. Evan and his dog do everything together. They play and read and eat, but mostly you will find them tending to Evan's extraordinary garden where flowers and other good things flourish. What does flourish mean? And reach for the sky. But friends won't always stay forever. And when Evan loses his friend, he destroys the place that meant the most to them and creates something to match his mood. Something ugly and twisted, sad and stubborn, ragged and rough. And he likes it that way until one day, what do you think that one day is? Okay? You can see that he's a fox. All right? Let's get into the story. The Rough Patch. Evan and his dog did everything together. I'm sorry, the pages are new. I don't want to tear the book. They played games and enjoyed sweet treats. They shared music and adventure. Hey, look, he's driving. Can a fox drive? They were together all through the day and all through all seasons. But what they loved most was working in Evan's magnificent garden. There, everything they planted grew as big and as beautiful as the sky above them. So what did they like to do? They like to plant things in the garden, okay? Remember the two characters so far. I'm sorry, these pages are new. But one day, the unthinkable happened. What do you think the unthinkable happened? Look at that picture. What do you think happened? That's Evan. Evan laid his dog to rest in a corner of the garden, and nothing was the same. When they say he laid him to rest, that means that his dog has passed. So he's probably feeling, look at the picture. What do you think he's feeling in that picture? Yeah, he's probably feeling sad because he lost his best friend. Evan shut himself away inside. Without his best friend, the garden was a bitter and lonely place. One morning, he found himself with a garden hoe in his paws. Swinging angrily, he slashed the garden to the ground. Why do you think he's doing that? If he loves his garden, why do you think he's tearing up the garden? Probably because he's upset because he lost his friend. He hacked it all to bits and threw everything into a heap. So he cut down all the beautiful things that are in the garden and just kind of threw them in a big pile. Because remember, he's upset. Can somebody tell me why he's upset? That's right. I heard somebody say because he lost his best friend. Good job. But a good place won't stay empty for long. New plants sprouted and stretched toward the sky. So even though he tore it apart, things start growing, even though he didn't plant them. Itchy ones, spiky and prickly ones, foul-smelling ones. These weeds suited Evan just fine, so he took care of them. So even though he didn't plant them, he still took care of them. If Evan's garden couldn't be a happy place, then it wasn't going to be the saddest place and most desolate spot he could make it. So what do you think he's going to do with his garden now? See those nice pictures? And soon it was. Look, he has an idea what he can do with his garden. What do you think he's going to do with it? When Evan found a pumpkin vine sneaking in under the fence, he raised his garden hoe to chop it. But then he considered its pricky stems, fuzzy leaves, and spidery twisted tendrils. He let it be. So he was going to cut it down or cut it up, but then he just decided to let it grow. Maybe he can grow some nice pumpkins. As the pumpkin vine grew, Evan cleared the weeds from its patch and watered it. The vine responded to his care, so he started taking care of it. What do you think the pumpkin needs to grow? They should have taught you that in science. What does a plant or a fruit need to grow? He's taking care of it. He's watering it. Around that time, the evening air began to cool. Evan felt an old familiar sense of excitement. It was fair week. Probably mean they're going to have some type of fair where they have like a carnival or something. But look how big the pumpkin is. He loaded up the pumpkin and drove it to town. Look at that large pumpkin. I wonder how he lifted that pumpkin. He couldn't lift that by himself. Where do you think he's going? They said he's going to the fair. Let's see what he's going to do at the fair. He took care of important fair business and gobbled down some delicious fair food. Okay, so he used something to lift that. I know he couldn't lift that by himself. So he's at the fair and he's having fun. He's eating pizza like he's eating a candy apple. I think he's kind of feeling better even though he lost his best friend. He caught up with some friends too. It felt good to be out again, even if it wasn't quite the same. Evan's pumpkin won third place. Prize is $10 and one of the pups in that box, the judge told him. I'll take the 10, said Evan. Okay, so he won third prize and he had a chance to win $10 as well as a pup in that box. So he had to choose one. What do you think he chose, the $10 or the pup that's in the box? Somebody tell me. I'll take the 10, said Evan. I'm surprised. I thought he would take the pup. But as he claimed his prize, he heard a scrabbling sound inside the box and thought it wouldn't hurt to just look. Uh-oh, I think if he looks and sees a pup, who is it going to remind him of? Yep, probably his friend. Let's see if he changes his mind. Okay, so do you think he took the $10 or do you think he took the pup? Look at the picture. Okay, remember it says a good place won't stay empty for long. Something must grow. So even though he lost his best friend, he grew a garden and he was able to get a large pumpkin and he won a prize. And what did he win? I don't think he took the $10. I think he got the new pup. So now he has a new best friend. All right. So thank you for tuning in. This is Principal Darby with the Rough Patch. And remember, you can always check this book out in our media center as well. You can just ask for the title. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Remember, as you walk into the gates today and walk into your classroom, the most important thing is learning. The most important thing is learning. And have a good day.